Alright friends, we are here and ready to play some Stardew Valley. Just let me pull up all my chats real quick. Thank you, Sid, for the 11 months. I really appreciate it. Just give me one moment. Okay. So we are live on YouTube as well. For anyone who's interested and can watch there, we are pushing for a YouTube partner. Alright, I'm really tired. I think I got in at like 10 something last night after this work holiday party. I'm super tired, so if I look tired, that is why. But I'm gonna go through and say hello to everyone. Beyonce was first, MixFee was third, Mira was second. Welcome in, friends. Hey, Luce. Hey, Panda. Hey, Juice Tex. Hey, Sid. Thank you again for the 11 months. Hey, Floor. Ugh, I hate EP, y'all. I hate the word EP. I hate that word. Hey, Vicky Icky. Hey, Lazy Villagers. I feel like Sweepy captures it better, but EP sounds scary. Like, you know, when people get scared, they go like eep. You know what I'm saying? So EP always sounds scary to me. Alright. Let's hop into Nexus real quick and see if there's anything going on. Y'all could say EP, by the way. I don't care if you say EP. I'm just saying I don't. The word is uncomfortable for me. Pokemon rugs. These look really nice. Hey, Sarah. I was really trying to decide if I was going to stream Stardew Valley or if I was going to stream co-working, but I eventually just decided to do Stardew Valley. This is Michelle mod. I love that affirmation. That's probably like my favorite one. I think that's like the longest one as well. It's like a list of maybe 30 affirmations. So but we're almost at 500 downloads for this mod. Almost. And I mean unique downloads. And over 800 for this one. So we're actually doing pretty well. Oh, you got a repeat. Haven't we seen that one? Happy Damn Buoy. Isn't that the band? Yeah. I think that's our first repeat character already. But I'm getting there with my mods. 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, 11,000, almost 12,000 downloads across my mods. Hello, gentle Sharkman. I can move my camera back over. I should also probably reset my sub goal. I am very much out of it today. I'm trying so hard not to order stuff, not to order food all the time. I'm trying so hard. It really is. That's what I should do. It's giving me hard levels. What? Are you serious? Oh my gosh. I swear, that level cheats so bad. I hate that level. And you can't lose any lives on this endless one. And I hate it. I just want to beat Mayor Lewis. I don't even know how he has the highest score. Like, what do you mean Mayor Lewis of all people? That's what I'm saying. Like, shouldn't you be doing your job as a man? Oh my gosh, I missed the freaking... I hate that gym level. That gym well level. Okay. Please, not that. Just one more gold quality corn and we'll be done with the corn. We'll be done with the quality crops part of the community center. So we're actually doing really well. Not that I feel like I need to like zoom through this playthrough, since this playthrough was more about like me returning to Stardew Valley and reestablishing my love for the game. So I'm not like super pressed about like getting everything super quickly, but what do you mean? Maybe I should make the timer for that longer. Hey, Tori. Yeah, I've really been enjoying this like winter jazz music. I feel like it's been a lot better than listening to lo-fi all the time. It like wakes me up more, I guess. Oh, also, I'm in the process of making new anime emotes. I don't know if y'all heard, but like affiliates and partners got more animated emote slots. So I'm in the process of making more. I just want to make sure they match all the emotes I already have. So nothing really good in here. Does anyone have any interesting plans for this weekend? I really want to see The Boy and the Heron. Like, really bad. But I don't want to go to a movie theater. Died right there. And I immediately died trying to get the freaking cherry. I should probably just try and... Oh my gosh. I should probably just try and like make it through that level instead of worrying about the fruits. But the fruits give you an extra 5,000 points, which makes a big difference because that means that you can spend less time trying to beat levels, like beat a number of levels. Oh my gosh, that's so frustrating. Okay. We are finally going to Skull Cavern. We're not too worried about like making it super far into Skull Cavern just because I don't have, it's not winter yet, so I don't have access to the secret notes. Plus I don't have bombs, and I don't want to make bombs. So yeah. And I definitely don't want to buy them because I don't have a whole lot of money right now. And I still need to buy all of my bunnies, so. Let's go meet Sandy. I didn't bring my hoe. Also, I know people have been asking me if I'm gonna play the Lego Fortnite. Probably not. So I feel like I could just play Minecraft. Plus, I feel like the cozy community is already kind of being annoying with that game. Like, already talking about like posting these like really extravagant builds, and I just don't want to turn it into something where I feel like I gotta prove my worth as a cozy streamer based off of the builds that I can make. I'm just not interested in doing that, so. I feel like whenever like a new cozy game comes out, cozy streamers get so annoying about it. And like I say that as a cozy streamer. How am I making it so far? Like, I'm not even trying to get far this time. I think it's at floor 25 is when you start getting iridium. I think you can find it before then, but not commonly or something. Also, I am going to be playing Coral Island soon. I'm going to be doing an indie game showcase. So that will be, I think, next weekend is when I'm doing my indie game showcase. I'm playing like a lot of different games. I've been getting a lot of free keys and I haven't really used them. And so I'm using like an indie game showcase to get into some new games and maybe finally start to play off stream, which is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I play a lot of Fortnite off stream, but I've never really played cozy games off stream because I always felt bad. Like, oh, I know the majority of the people watching me want to watch me play these games. I haven't played Final Fantasy because I heard that like one of the creators was pretty racist, or something along those lines. I don't know. I read an article about like a bunch of racism, anti-black racism, and so that made me not play. I know most people don't tend to like really care, but ooh, prismatic stone on floor 25, and of course it does not give me a shard. Did you find anything? Monkey Man, is it Brianna? Bree is fine, and thank you, I appreciate it. I try my best to like keep up with gaming news so that I can know if a game that I'm supporting is like problematic or not. But it's been getting more difficult because a lot of companies are problematic in more less noticeable ways, like more covert ways. Welcome in, Net Shuffle. So it's getting harder. Like you'll be like, oh, this game is like great, and then the creator will like do something bonkers. And it's like, oh. And then like if it's like your main game or something along those lines, like do you just stop playing it altogether? Even if it's like your niche? Let me see. It looks like it's kind of similar to Genshin, where like all the characters are like stereotypically people of color. And apparently like Yoshida responded saying what do you mean, how do I have my camera set up like that? We want to focus less on the outward appearance of our characters and more on who they are as people. Hey Willow. So you can find it here. Yeah, that's what someone said in this article, that 14 has good diversity, but that 16 doesn't, and that's confusing to some people. I don't know. If you put a horizontal frame, so you take like a white shape and you put it on a black background and you mask it over your photo, then you will be able to have it vertical. Yeah, but even if like 14 is diverse, if 16 is not and they're directed by the same person and the person makes excuses about why there's no diversity, it seems still not good to support 14 to me. Like, it seems maybe we shouldn't support any of the games in the series until diversity is taken seriously. That's how I feel about it. Because I know a couple of people have asked me about playing Final Fantasy because they think that it'll be like my type of thing. But that's kind of why I play so much Stardew Valley. Is because I can customize the game to be how I want, and even though there's not that many characters of color in the vanilla game, I've modded my game with the diversity mod to make it more inclusive. So if a game doesn't have the capacity to like mod it in that way, then it's probably not the right kind of game for me. I'm not gonna judge anyone. Like, I still support streamers even if they're playing games that I don't necessarily support, except for Palia, only because Palia, like, how they handled the accessibility stuff really bothered me, because I had a lot of like Palia partners coming into my DMs and like basically defending Palia, and I left a really bad taste in my mouth. Because one, why are you defending this company regarding their lack of accessibility to a disabled content creator? And two, how are y'all even seeing my tweets? You don't follow me. My tweets are not getting that much traction. Like, are you just literally looking up Palia? Is like the Palia team talking about people's complaints? Like, what's going on here? And it really just made me feel like the Palia team was corny. If you spoke about the lack of accessibility, then yeah, I'll support your Palia streams. But if you didn't say nothing at all about the lack of accessibility, I'm not watching your Palia streams. I'm not. I'll watch your other streams, but I'm not watching you play Palia. You didn't say nothing in support of disabled content creators and disabled gamers. Like, I'm just not doing it. But I know I tend to be, like, pretty harsh. So, yeah, same here. I don't watch Genshin streams anymore. I unfollow people who play Phasmophobia. If you've ever played Phasmophobia, I do not follow you. Like, well, I shouldn't say if you've ever played it. If you've played it since last year when the news came out that they were housing a sex pest in their mod team, and you continue to play it today, one, you're not aware of what games you're playing. So I'm already like side-eyeing you, because why are you not paying attention to the information out about games that you play? Two, I don't want to watch you play that game, so I'm not gonna follow you. Yeah, so Phasmophobia had a mod team for their Discord. And keep in mind, I used to play Phasmophobia. When I first started streaming in 2021, in June and July, my games were primarily Phasmophobia. Like, I would almost 100% play Phasmophobia. But in like, I think it was either the beginning, and it was like February 2022 or the end of 2021. And some information came out last year, like in the middle of the year, that they were housing like someone who was soliciting pictures and then sharing them with people without that person's consent. And then one of the artists was basically saying like something along the lines of that person sent the photos, and if they didn't want the photos to be out, then they shouldn't have sent them. And this was like the main artist for Phasmophobia, who was like defending this moderator's behavior. and Phasmophobia made a statement basically saying like how it was handled by the artist was not right, but the artist is still on the team. And they also lied and said that they removed the person from the Discord when really they just gave them a special role. They removed their moderator status but gave them like a special role in the Discord, instead of removing them from it completely. I just think that like content creators and like gamers in general should consider being a little bit more conscious conscious of what they're doing and what they're playing. And I'm not saying that like you can't ever like accidentally like make a mistake or accidentally play a game that's problematic. I'm not saying that. I'm sure I've played problematic games. I just wish people would listen when the news does come out, because I know for sure people be seeing what I'm talking about. And I can tell because they unfollow me if I talk bad about their favorite game or whatever game. Especially if a game got them partnered. People will unfollow me. And I don't think anyone owes me a follow or nothing like that. But if you're unfollowing me because I'm talking about something, then you know that it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully what I'm saying makes sense. And I know a lot of people think that like I'm like self-righteous. Like I've been told that in the past, that I'm like a self-righteous content creator and that I think I'm better than other people because I don't do like bad stuff. But I do bad stuff. Like I make mistakes, and I learn from them. Oh, I lose so many follow. Like when I first started streaming, I was like really big on talking about racism in the streaming community, and the number of people who like unfollowed me, were spreading rumors about me, were saying that I'm like a content creator that's just trying to talk bad about stuff for attention and all of this stuff, you would be shocked. Hey Broden, we do have an ad in a minute, so if we get an ad while I'm talking, just let me know. Ooh, shiny love disc. Just let me know and I'll pick back up when the ad is over. But yeah, I would just urge people to just look into the games that you play a little bit more. Even if it's not like, you're not going to be perfect, because some of these games do very obscure things, such as Spells and Secrets. Spells and Secrets is my favorite example of like a company that was very like covert with what they were doing, because although they didn't outright say that they supported Harry Potter and Hogwarts Legacy, they were following accounts that were pro Hogwarts Legacy and then liking tweets about how whiny people were regarding Hogwarts Legacy. And like that's more covert, right? You're not gonna catch that unless you're actively looking for it. So like I can definitely understand not noticing something like that. I want to wait until the ads are over. I play at 3 minutes of ads every hour. So I want to wait until they're over to say hi to everyone and welcome you all in. So I apologize, you guys sit through 2 minutes of ads. Oh, did they end? Because it still says ad break in progress for me. Are they over? I love when it shows me, because I was lurking in your stream. Oops. I love when it tells me that I'm like a raider from your community. Look. It says that I'm a raider whenever I talk in my own chat. I love when it does that. I think it's so funny. Let's move this over. Are the ads over or are they still going? Welcome in, Scatterbrain. Okay, well, they're showing that they run on my end, so I think that's all that really matters. But yeah, welcome in, friends. My name is ChiChi. I'm a cozy Stardew Valley streamer, pixel artist, and co-worker here on Twitch. If you'd like to stick around, feel free. If you have takeoff, that's all good, but I'm happy to have you here. I hope your art stream went well. I know you did art and then you were playing Animal Crossing, but I hope the art portion of your co-working stream went well. Welcome in, Life of Chunky, Emmy, Lil Jalis, or Jaleese? Jaleese? I want to make sure I say everyone's name is right. We are playing some Stardew Valley and just talking a little bit about like games and avoiding problematic games. So if you'd like to join in on the conversation, you're definitely welcome to do so. But we were talking about Final Fantasy and then talking about Phasmophobia a little bit. But I do remember like the spells and secret stuff. And I remember mentioning it recently when the game like released and reminded people that like what they were doing and that their excuse was that it was like a rogue social media manager. And to me, that's like such a silly excuse. Like, there's no rogue social media manager. Y'all were letting your social media manager do whatever they want. And yes, I am gonna be playing Coral Island. Me personally, I prefer a specific kind of art style for my farming sims. Preferably pixel art or something close to it. Like less realistic characters are something I prefer. And so I'm worried that I won't like Coral Island, kind of similar to how I didn't play Wildflowers. I loved Wildflowers as a game, but didn't play it for very long because I didn't enjoy the art style very much. I'm also a little... I'm also a little like picky regarding games that are Stardew Valley dupes, or like people promote them as Stardew Valley dupes. I tend to be a little bit like skeptical of those games. because I'm a huge Stardew Valley fan, and so when games like are like, oh, I'm Stardew Valley mixed with Studio Ghibli, I'm Stardew Valley but with fairies, I'm Stardew, like, be your own thing, you know what I'm saying? Moonlight and Garland, I'll have to check that out because I've never heard of that game. City Life Sim sounds really good. And yeah, I'm looking for something a little bit different than Stardew Valley. Oh yeah, Moonstone Island. I did enjoy Moonstone Island a lot. Like, that game really, that game really set me up for like higher expectations. Welcome in is a sign ASMR. That game really set me up for higher expectations because that game is so good. And it's like so distinct from Stardew Valley. Oh, welcome in. And also, although I don't have anonymous alerts or follows on, please don't feel like you have to chat. I just like to say hello to everyone, but I don't want you to feel like, you know, I'm gonna feel ignored if you don't respond to me when I say hello. I promise I don't feel that way. I just prefer to say hello to everyone, regardless of if they chat or not. So I was going to play Spirit Tea. I was gonna play it because they sent me a free code for it. I was gonna play it, but then on social media, their publisher was talking about how they didn't pay content creators to promote their game, and that nobody promoted their game, even though they literally posted YouTube videos of people promoting their game. And then the solo developer like was agreeing and saying like, yeah, nobody promoted our game, we did all this stuff by ourselves. Yeah, so that's why I didn't play it. The developer did not apologize. The publisher did, but the developer was liking like really mean comments about how people were taking that. Like, if the developer had apologized as well, I would have been like, yeah, like, I'll play this game since I believe that people should have the opportunity to grow. But the developer like doubled down. Like, people play your game because we recognize that you're a solo dev that might not have the funds to pay people. That is why people are willing to play your game without pay. We like it, or we think we'll like it, and we want to support devs that can't pay. I didn't even pay attention to the name. But you're gonna sit here and like basically crap on the people that are supporting you for free? How many more bunnies can I get? Thank you. I do have a mods list. Okay, that was my last bunny. I do have a mods list. But yeah, Spirit Tea is another game where I'm not necessarily gonna be like upset if people play it. Cause I think that it's not as like egregious as what other companies have done, and like people need to learn and grow and stuff. But me personally, I ain't playing that. Not if you're gonna, you know, talk down on creators. Yeah, I don't have gifts for Demetrius. All fruits. And I know like a lot of the bigger content creators were especially mad about what that Spirit Tea publisher is saying, because some of them like promoted that game for free. So I know a lot of them were like especially mad about it, which I definitely understand. But like, that's what I'm saying, like more covert things. Like, would you even know that if you weren't on Twitter that one day? Would you even know that they did that? Oh no. Oh. You said you can't ethically be on Twitter. Do you mind like explaining what you mean? Are you saying because of who owns it, or? Oh my gosh, I'm such a flop. I finally made it past that level and then I died. I've already beat it, but I'm trying to kick Mayor Lewis's score off the top. So that's why I keep playing it, even though I already beat it. Hey, Afro Boy. Mayor Lewis is making me mad. Even though he didn't do anything wrong, I'm just bad at Junimo Kart. Pretty good, actually. It's been going pretty well. I'll read that in a moment, sorry. I read some of it, but... Oh, that makes sense. That's definitely fair. Oh, I couldn't even jump because there was a bubble right above me. I have to be on there because the majority of my fan base and like my growth is on there. But I have been trying to move like to like Tumblr or something similar. It's just very difficult. If I didn't start off as a content creator on Twitter and like a social, I do a lot of my social justice work on Twitter. If I didn't start off that way, then it'd be easier to leave, but kind of hard to leave when that's where like the majority of your work is done. Especially within like disabled content creation. Two badges in one level is bonkers. Hey Sable. And that's also true, Bree. This game is a lot easier to me than Junimo Kart is. Plus, they're being very nice to me. No, I was trying to touch the badge. I almost had it too. Like, they're giving me a lot of the sheriff badges. Hey Mars. I couldn't get the... That sucks. I couldn't get the upgrade I wanted, which was the gun upgrade. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die here. Oh my gosh. I thought it was gonna die, so I kept running. They're giving me lots of upgrades at least, so. Now if I could just get more limes, that would be nice. I'm playing like a flop. But I do have enough for that next upgrade, at least. But I think I'm gonna stop there. The day is in your hands. Yeah, I feel anxious about like starting another social media platform, just because they're all pretty bad. I guess I already made it to floor 25 and it counted, so that's some of the quality of life things I like about Stardew Valley. Like, I didn't have to redo that quest, even though I didn't get the letter until after I completed it. It still counted. Okie dokie. I hope you find it quickly. All my little piggies. Thank you. Is it Cryara? Oh yeah, and the dungeons in Moonstone Island are so good. They are so good. I love them so much. Oh, we finally got rabbit's foot. I have a mod that changes the rabbit's feet to candy because I think it's weird that like your rabbits would drop feet. I don't understand that, so I changed it, but we got our first rabbit's foot. Oh no. Do you have you heard of the no clip mod? I always have that installed so that I can access stuff, since I change my mods pretty often. But that could be helpful maybe. I don't think I could go back to vanilla Stardew just because it's so bright, you know? It's just so incredibly bright to me. So I just need my fruits. Basically, we should finish this all in the fall. We should finish all except for the winter foraging, of course, but we'll be finishing the majority of these in the fall. No, like I said, a lot of people have asked me if I'm gonna play it. I don't think I'm gonna play it. I feel like I'd just rather play Minecraft. Like, it doesn't seem very different to me from Minecraft. I'm glad you found your phone. One purple mushroom. And then here goes this dog. Somewhere between 9 and 10, this dog is guaranteed to start barking. Hey, Ebony. I need to... No, like literally my neighbors let their dog out at like the same time throughout the day. And I don't understand like why they do it, because I know that they know people can hear that dog barking. Like our houses are really close together in this neighborhood. So I know they know that their dog barking like that is affecting other people, but they don't care. Like, I know they know. I'm gonna mute while this dog finishes barking. Welcome in, Blueberry Forest. I'm muted right now because my neighbor's dog is barking pretty loud. This is a mod that I made. It's the Fey Wing set. Hey Spud, I gotta mute myself because my neighbor's dog is barking super loud right now. So I'm waiting for them to put their dog away. No, like it's literally every day to the point where like I'm definitely considering leaving a note on their door and just letting them know like, hey, I work from home. Even though I've told them this already in person. Hey, I work from home. Could you please not allow your dog to bark outside for hours on end? Like, they leave their dog out for hours. And my neighbors across the street also leave their dog out. And when they're both out at the same time, it's horrible. Yeah, so that's my neighbor's dog is outside. And like it's a German Shepherd mix, so it's not like gonna be too cold or anything, even though there's snow outside. I'm pretty sure it enjoys being outside. That's not my issue. Is not that the dog is outside. It's that they sometimes take their dog out at like 7 in the morning. It's barking and waking me up before I want to be woken up. And then when I'm streaming, it's barking. I can't record any YouTube content. Like I've tried to record YouTube content and I can't because the dog is barking. So like everyone's making jokes about this dog and stuff like that, and to me it's not funny because I'm autistic and I struggle a lot with like sensory overload, and sometimes it makes me like it genuinely makes me want to end stream because I'm like I don't want to hear this dog. So no, not saying that you did. It's just something that happens pretty often. Like people are like, oh, you know, haha, the dog is always barking, and it's like maybe it's funny like once or twice, but y'all, like I deal with this every single day. Every single day. There has never been a day where this dog did not bark for the last like 2 years that I've lived here. So I think people forget that sometimes because y'all only hear it like briefly because I tend to mute. Y'all tend to only hear it briefly, and then I'm hearing it like multiple times a day, every single day. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's every single day, multiple times a day. No, I live in a house. I bought a house. And when I first bought this house, they did not have that dog. Because if they did, I would not have moved here. And so when I first moved here for the first year, none of my neighbors had dogs. And then suddenly, like, everyone started getting dogs. And they all bark at each other because they're dogs. And I'm definitely not mad at the dogs. Because I understand they're just dogs that are doing what dogs do, but it's the responsibility of the owners to make sure that they're taking care of their dogs. So like yeah, like the other thing that's really bothersome is that there's a neighbor that lives back there, and my walls are like really not that good because they don't block out a lot of sound. But whenever I'm in my kitchen, I have a neighbor who lives like across the back alley from me. And I don't know if he has like an issue. I don't know if he has like some type of illness, but he coughs so loud. Like I don't even know how to explain how loud his coughing is, but he coughs so ridiculously loud. And people think I'm being dramatic until I'm on the phone with them. Like my mom was like, oh, there's no way he's coughing now. Like I'm telling y'all, he's like at least 30 feet away from me. And I'm inside my house. He's outside in the backyard. I'm inside my house. He's at least 30 feet away from me. And my mom can hear him barking. I mean, he can hear him coughing while I'm on the phone. And like I said, when I first moved here, it was not like that. It was not like that at all. It was so quiet in this neighborhood, and that's why I moved here. Or else I would have just got a bigger house that had a bigger yard. But I was like, oh, it's just me. This was before I started dating Robbie. So I thought I was gonna be like single and just live with my cats. And so I'm like, oh, it's just me. Like, I don't need a big house. 2-bedroom is good enough. 1 bedroom for the cats, 1 bedroom for me. Finished basement, like it'll be fine. And no, as soon as like after a year of moving here, it's like everyone started being super loud. Yeah, the cats used to have the other room. Although I really should have gotten a 3-bedroom, 2-bath for family visits, but I wasn't thinking about that. Mostly because I don't want my family to visit me. Yeah, so I don't know if I can actually soundproof. I don't even know how I would go about that or how I would be able to afford something like that. Because both of the bedrooms, if the bedroom was on the other side of the house, it would be fine. Like, y'all wouldn't be able to hear it. But because the bedroom is on, both bedrooms are on the side, on the wall that the dog is on, that's why y'all can hear it so loud. I used to be by a window, like across, like on the opposite side of my room, and it was even louder back then. And I just feel like America is very individualistic. So whenever you tell people like, oh, please be conscious of like your interactions with neighbors, and please be conscious of how you affect people around you, people get so mad about that. And like there's a lot of mentality like, oh, I don't owe you anything. And it's like, actually you kind of do. Like, we're human beings. We actually owe each other a lot as human beings. And that's why a lot of other like cultures and societies do a lot better, is because they have more of a collectivist leaning mindset, and so everyone wants to promote the best life for others. But America is not like that. So I have said something in the past. When they first got their dog, I mentioned like, hey, I work from home. I just saw her, my neighbor, while she was mowing the lawn, and she stopped to say hello. And I was like, hey, I just want to let you know, like, I work from home. So sometimes the dog is a bit loud when I'm working. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I definitely don't mean for him to be loud and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, so, like, I tend to work from home, like, from around 8 a.m. my time to, like, 5 my time. So, if you guys could maybe consider not having your dog bark so loud during those times, that would be super appreciated. And she's like, yeah, like, we'll just keep the dog inside, unless, like, we need to take it out. And then that lasted for, like, maybe a month, and then they were back to, like, letting the dog out. And a lot of my neighbors have mentioned moving. And this is gonna sound really harsh, but I'd be like, thank goodness. Like, yes, please move. And then they don't be moving. I'm like, oh my gosh, you got my hopes up. I'm thinking you're gonna be gone. I don't have to hear your dog barking no more. And then they just stay. I agree. I think that there should be like quiet neighborhoods. Like sensory friendly neighborhoods where everyone is just like generally quiet, and doesn't have like loud animals, no parties, no nothing like that, that would be so good for me. That would be perfect for me. I think they actually took their dog back inside. So. Yeah, we have those kind of laws as well. Hey Jinx, we have those kinds of laws as well in certain states, but um, people definitely don't follow them here. Like I don't even get the point of having noise laws. You can call the police if you want to. I'm not really someone to call the police, um, because that's just not my vibe, especially on like people of color. And my neighbors are people of color. I tend to be a little bit more careful because you never know what could happen, even if you're just making like a simple noise complaint. Hey, Franny. Oh yeah, I like dogs from a distance, and like if someone has a dog, like, and they like want me to pet it or it wants to be pet, like I'll definitely pet the dog. But as far as like having a dog, no, absolutely not. I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing? Like my cats are very quiet, even though they meow. Like y'all will sometimes hear them on stream. My neighbors, I've asked my neighbors, especially when I first got Rosie, she used to meow a lot, like really loud. But I just trained her to stop meowing. But I like asked my neighbors, like, hey, I just want to make sure y'all can't hear like my cat yelling in that room. And they'd be like, no, like I can't hear anything. I hope you've been enjoying Lego Fortnite. Speaking of Fortnite, I do want to play at some point today. So if anyone wants to play, I don't play Lego, so don't be expecting that. But if anyone wants to play Fortnite with me later, let me know. When are you streaming, Spud? I'm not playing right now. I've only been streaming for 2 hours. Yeah, so basically you have to like ignore them. And it sounds really mean to say. Oh, you try and warm up first? That's fair. You are like a Fortnite content creator, so that makes sense. But yeah, you have to ignore your cats when they do that. Cats don't respond to like punishment. Some people think like, oh, if I spray my cat with water, it'll stop doing the behavior, but that's not really how cats like behavior works. They only really respond to reinforcement. So if you want them to stop doing something, Like what I did is I would um I would ignore my cats when they were yelling, and then if they stopped yelling for like 10 minutes, I would go out and give them a treat. And that was really the only way that they learned to stop doing that. There's still sometimes when I go and just check on my cats, especially since I don't let them in my room anymore. Um, so sometimes I reinforce their behavior, but for the most part, I don't. I don't do that. You are a Fortnite content creator. I haven't seen you stream anything else. What's wrong with being a Fortnite content creator? Come on, I was so close to catching it. Is this a puffer fish? Yes. Who is that? Nick A? Nick A? I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. If they're like a white man, I probably don't know their content. Because I mostly watch people of color. So if they're white, then I probably don't watch them. Like, there are some white content creators that I watch because I know them, but as far as like actively seeking out new white content creators, nah, I don't do it. It's because, especially like, I don't know if you saw, but recently somebody posted on Twitter about how they streamed the same content, and like halfway through the month, they switched to using a white PNG tuber. If you don't know what that is, it's like a VTuber, but using like a static image instead of like a full model, like a full rigged model. So they showed like that they switched to a white PNG tuber, and their viewership literally tripled. Playing the same game, same personality, everything the same, except in one set they were using like their real face. They're black. It's a black man. They were using their real face, and then in the other part they were using the white PNG tuber. That was the only difference. And so like these are things that black content creators on here have been talking about for a long time, because naturally people have like that kind of internal bias. Even if they say they're not racist, people are attracted to people who look like them and behave like them. And so I try my best to like fight disparities like that by checking out more people of color, because there's no reason for the top 50 people on Twitch to be a majority white men. Like, there's no reason for that. It's 2023. Like, we gotta do better with challenging our internal bias. So if I happen to find like a white content creator that I enjoy their content, then sure. But most of the time I'm actively seeking out people of color because we're already marginalized in this space. So yeah. Plus, most of the people recommended to me are people of color. Most of the content creators recommended to me. Again, nothing wrong with if you want to watch whoever you want to watch. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that anyone else has to do the same. But it's just how I work to try and reduce like racial disparities on Twitch, is I tend to seek out more creators of color. Yeah, most of the black cozy content creators tend to stick together, but it means that even if you have high viewership, you're not likely to actually get like full-time content creation numbers. And so what I mean by that is like some people like myself, I base full-time content creation off of how much I make. And we are about to have ads, so let me know if the ads start, and then I will stop talking until the ads are over. But since we have so many communities in common, we don't make as much money because people are not going to spend money on like 6 different content creators that are basically doing the same thing. So even if you have like higher viewership, if you're a black content creator in like a niche group, most of your viewership overlaps. Like there were people, that's how I meet a lot of content creators, is that our viewership overlaps so much that we end up getting recommended to each other. And again, it's not to say that I dislike white content creators, because I follow plenty. I'm just saying what I personally do to try and reduce racial disparities on this platform is I try and seek out more creators of color. That's just what I personally do. Not saying anyone else has to do the same. So I don't want to make it sound like that. I don't want anyone to feel like I'm not going to watch them because they're white, because that's just not the case. I just will not seek out them. I do not want to catch this fish. Yeah, I'm not. You see, I didn't even try. Like, no. I'm not doing it. Yeah, it's supposed to be 3 minutes of ads, and it's showing to me that it's still running. You only got one ad as well? I wonder if that means I'm gonna make less from ads. That's also very true. Oh, I've officially made 1 million, and it's only summer 20. Let's go get some more pigs. I remember there was I was having a conversation with like some other cozy content creators. This is back when I first started on Twitch, and they were talking about like how easy it is to get partnered if you stream certain games and stuff. And I was trying to like explain to them. Most of them were white, and this was like a group chat. I was trying to explain to them that although it's easier for them to progress, it's because black people are not, people of color in general, but especially black people, are not perceived as cozy. We are perceived as like a black content creator, whereas a white content creator is perceived based off of the content they create. Does that make sense? Licky. That's an interesting name. And so I was trying to like explain that to them, but they just weren't really understanding it, which I guess I didn't really expect them to, but thank you, wife lever. I appreciate it. How many more animals can I fit in this barn? I think it's like 16 or something, or 10 that you can fit. And so I've tried to have conversations with like other creators in the past about how creators of color are perceived. It doesn't tend to go well because people automatically assume that if I'm talking about... Yeah, I got it already. People tend to assume that if you're talking about like your experiences as a person of color, that you're negating their hard work, and that's really not the case. You still have to work hard, just not as hard. But it's okay to say that. It's okay to say that you don't have to work as hard because of how bias is on this platform. Thank you for the follow. No. Oh my gosh. I almost messed up. But yeah, my rabbit's feet in this game are candy. Everyone always says like watching me play this gives them anxiety as well, and I think that's so funny. I do have a mods list. Can someone put !point mods in chat? How? I'm literally on top of it. What do you mean? It's literally called the Elf Ears mod. So yeah. Thank you, Floor. I hate that level. I wish I could just skip it. I know. Alright, I know I've been playing Stardew, and I know some of y'all are here specifically for Stardew, but I don't play some Fortnite. I've been enjoying Fortnite lately, so I think I'm gonna play that. We played 2 hours of Stardew, which I feel is still pretty good, so. Thank you to anyone who does watch me play Fortnite. Okie dokie, thank you for the lurk, Emmy. And also, I don't know if I mentioned before, but everyone who was here before Emmy's raid earlier, please, please, please go give Emmy a follow. Emmy plays a lot of Animal Crossing and has recently got into like co-working art streams and is very community focused. So I'm gonna end stream over on YouTube. So thank you to anyone who was on YouTube watching today. I really do appreciate you. I hope you had a good time watching me play Stardew Valley. And if you want, you can watch me play Fortnite over on Twitch. But definitely no pressure. And I hope everyone over on YouTube takes care.